Okay, so I said that creators often leave imprints of themselves. Okay, so I'd often say that creators create an imprint of themselves without realizing what they're doing, right? And this is a great example. This is a picture, a thumbnail that Mr. Snowflake chose to use, right? He specifically chose this thumbnail for some specific reasons, right? And so what is this? So if they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, what 1,000 words reflect what using this picture says about Mr. Snowflake? So I asked ChatGPT like what the use of this image really says about him, right? Let's go through the words that it gave me back.
1,000 words that describe what this thumbnail says about Mr. Snowflake: exploitative, parasitic, opportunistic, predatory, mocking, belittling, dehumanizing, sensationalist, manipulative, cold, performative, vulturine, scavenger-like, smug, gleefully cruel, attention-hungry, dopamine-chasing, validation-seeking, ego-driven, self-amplifying, emotionally detached, voyeuristic, invasive, ethically flexible, morally numb, normalization of cruelty, commodifying pain, commercializing trauma, humiliation-based, tabloid-minded, low empathy, high-calorie drama consumption, shortcut-focused, algorithm-dependent, derivative, unoriginal, reactive, codependent on a target, bully-adjacent, cyberbully-coded, schadenfreude-addicted, spectacle-making, aestheticized cruelty, weaponizing someone else's sadness, melodrama-enhancing, echo chamber-fueled, emotionally shallow, socially insulated, antagonist-performing, villain-framing, meta-narrative hijacking, apathy-wrapped, dominant posturing, mock-heroic framing, dominance-seeking, aggressive branding, parasocial puppet mastering, identity leeching, persona feeding, emotional predation, unhealthy dependency on others' downfall, humiliation economy architect, denigration specialist, opportunistic storyteller, negativity-based entertainer, spite-powered, derisive, sarcastic, jeering, taunting, unkind, moral relativist, boundary crossing, stalker adjacent, obsessive monitoring, collapse anticipating, downfall watching, collapse farming, emotional scavenger, distress exploiting, empathy eroding, cruelty normalizer, public, shaming enthusiast, reputation chiseler, self-aggrandizing, content parasite, reactionary persona, criticism as brand, personality siphoning, emotional vampirism, professional mocker, schism cultivator, community polarizer, gossip economy builder, drama merchant, conflict milker, livelihood leech, dismantler of nuance, complexity flattener, caricature creator, narrative hijacker, identity manipulator,
Yep.
affected objectivity, fake concern veneer, constructed moral authority, judgment dispenser, selective empathy, disinhibition prone, online disinhibition empowered, distance coldened, low accountability mindset, comment section enhancer, negativity amplifier, expectation exploiter, clickbait strategist, thumbnail shock tactician, digital gladiator promoter, suffering as spectacle craftsman, self-exonerating critic, emotional extraction worker, algorithmic surfer, engagement predator, ad revenue dependent, attention miner, drama synthesizer, suffering recycler, cyclical exploitation engine, emotional distance utilizer, morale eroder, desensitization promoter, cynicism factory, operator, emotional commodifier, predatorial framing artisan, aestheticized mockery producer, identity disintegrator, selective storyteller, manipulated visual narrative engineer, moral hazard beneficiary, socially rewarded cruelty, mockumentary stylizer, artificial urgency crafter, shame photographer, downfall sculptor, dignity diluter, parasocial puppeteer, curated outrage driver, emotional provocation specialist, schism escalator, grievance recycler, audience trigger handler, spectacle, augmenter, vulnerability miner, algorithm optimized cruelty, humiliation technician, emotional butcher, dignity stretcher, pseudo-journalistic posturer, flattery immune, ego boost addicted, reactive economy suckerfish, outrage mechanic, toxic engagement farmer, sadism adjacent, psychological distance maintainer, consequence insulated, negative incentive structure user, social reward seeker, emotional distance manipulator, herd harvester, audience manipulation tactician, mass persuasion amateur, moral flexibility practitioner, digital shadow hunter, ethical grayscale inhabitant, attention predator, dignity poacher, mood cannibal, sorrow poacher, narrative colonizer, identity thief, target dependent, hierarchical critic, punishment framer, moralistic tone setter, self-appointed judge, online mob incentivizer, mockery maximalist, comedic cruelty dealer, cartoonish framing aficionado, theatrical antagonist, performative moralist, bait layer, outrage trapper, empathy suppressor, context destroyer, simplifier, duality creator, villain manufacturer, echo streamer, exaggeration broker, hyperbole dealer, conflict instigator, schism milker, distortion artisan, amplification opportunist, narrative, opportunist, low-cost content generator, risk-free aggressor, emotional insulation beneficiary, digital coercion practitioner, repeated framing habituator, spectacle performer, second-hand relevance user, fame siphon, relevance thief, notoriety trader, public distortionist, negative caricature sculptor, life simplifier, pain interpreter, reaction predictor, outrage forecaster, emotional gambler, humiliation capitalist, algorithm worshiper, audience manipulator, sympathy eater, identity vacuum, empathy vacant observer, moral ambiguity swimmer, soft cruelty manufacturer.
Wow. And that says a lot about, that's 1,000 words, Mr. Snowflake, about what you using this for your marketing says about you. Not about her. This is about what it says about you. And that's a lot.